I get shit done, I have fun, it's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.
Hello and welcome to another version of the Business Renovator. It's Mindset Monday. Today it's going to be a little bit different. I came across an author and a book that's resonating with me, and he's actually getting a lot of attention on live streams, podcasts, because what he's written about is based on a book that was written in the early 1900s by Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. My first experience with Think and Grow Rich was back in the 70s, so a few decades ago, by a mentor of mine, Leland Val Vanderwall. And it was one of 4 books that Val had actually brought into my life, and it's been part of my life throughout. Now, I'm not as successful as the author of this book, let me tell you that for sure, because you need to apply the knowledge that's in that book. And that's what the book I'm going to talk to you about today is. I'm just going to do a few minutes on it. Can you really think and grow rich? Can you really think and grow rich? Let me just bring up something here. Make this a little bit bigger. So here's the book, Can You Really Think and Grow Rich? It's by Ramy El-Batrawi. And I was trying to get him on the show today, but you know, when you don't plan things out a little bit further out, people are busy and they have a big demand. He's actually right now on a live show somewhere in the world talking about his book. But what we're going to do is schedule him to be on the Business Renovator so that you can ask him some questions. We can find out a few things. But in the meantime, I do want to express my interest in this book. I've bought several copies, given them out as gifts, and a copy for myself, and I made copious notes. One of the things that's key about this book is you need to believe in your dream, as this is showing, and have a burning desire. And it's what we focus on, which really makes a difference. So let's put this aside just for a second. And what I got out of it was I've been living the rules and the principles of Think and Grow Rich, just not consistently. And the magic to this is to actually be consistent with it. Let me share a few things that resonated with me in reading Ramy's book. Determination and a burning desire can never be stopped. So where I faltered in my life is I didn't have the burning desire. I knew there was times in my life when I had a burning desire to do something. I was unstoppable. Doesn't mean I accomplished everything that I was working on, but I accomplished a lot more than I'd ever done any other way. The key is to keep the fire going and the burning desire. And I was hit and miss with that. Not to throw myself under the bus, I'm just sharing the reality of this. Our thoughts really are important. They're what we focus on gets the attention, and what the attention is on is what we end up having. So if you're thinking good thoughts or bad thoughts, positive thoughts or negative thoughts, guess what? You're kind of responsible for the outcome. Jack Canfield has a formula that I like. It's this one here. E plus R equals O. So your event plus response equals your outcome. So if you look at your outcome and you're not happy with it, change either the E or the R, or maybe both. In the other formula that I've learned along the way, and this one's a very powerful one, and we're all doing it, it's just whether we're doing it on purpose. And it's I times V equals R. So imagination times vividness equals our reality. So if you go back to what I was saying earlier about having a burning desire, that plays into that. Another thing is that I'm in the BS business. I brought this up because of, well, it just spoke to me. Believe it, and then you'll see it. Again, this goes back to the Think and Grow Rich principles. Let's scoot down to those ones. Here's another great one out of out of the book by Ramy. He talks about make your hope of gain greater than your fear of loss. And when you read the book, if you haven't read it, I would highly encourage you to go get it. You can go to his website. I believe the website is canyourreallythinkandgrowrich.com, and go there. And he's got a contest going on. I believe it's still going. That one of the lucky people that buy his book is going to be in a draw and get to meet him, and he'll take you somewhere cool in his plane, is what I believe the prize is. But go to his website and check it out. Work with others, not for others, was another thing. He summarizes all of the things that he's learned in his experience. He was introduced to the book of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich at age 12, and he's been a student of it and studying it ever since. I believe at 17 he decided not to go to university and applied what he knew from Think and Grow Rich to create the life that he's done. He's not only been a millionaire, he's a billionaire, and he's earned it, built it, lost it, earned it, built it, lost it. It's a really interesting journey. It's a real live current individual who's sharing his experience that you can really think and grow rich. Now, it doesn't mean you just sit there and think about it. You've got to act on it. Here's another one out of the 30 points that I got out of his book. Adversity is never permanent. Man, is that true? I mean, it feels like it sometimes. We're never going to get out of it. If you can adapt the idea of what's the lesson, what's the gift in all of the adversity that's happening in your life, it becomes a catalyst to move forward. And he talks about those kind of things in his book. I'm not going to tell you everything in his book, because then it's not as impactful if I just tell you. But there's some real life situations where he, it wasn't easy for him. And remember, money alone should not direct you to your purpose. I've heard, and it's been my experience, is it's kind of money and success, kind of like oil and water. They don't mesh very well. If you're chasing the money, it's always running away. It's avoiding you. But if you're providing service and helping people, making their life a little bit better, then if you're doing it for the right reason, the money will show up. And even though the book is called Think and Grow Rich, or Can I Really Think and Grow Rich, in this case, it's not about the money. It's never about the money. It's about serving people, and the money shows up because of the service that you've rendered. You get rewarded for it. Both are really good books. Read them, study them. Having a clear purpose directs you how to use the money. It's a brilliant philosophy. Here's another thing about failure. All failures are temporary. All failures are temporary. So here's a copy of the book right here in my hand. And you can get a copy of this by going to his website and getting it there. I was so stoked when I found out about this book that I bought it on Kindle and made a bunch of notes. And as a result of studying this book, it's really got me excited again and revitalized my burning desire to get shit done. As you've heard of my intro and outro song, I'm in that business of helping people find ways to help them get to where they want to get to. And that's why I do the Business Renovator. I want to have a word from my sponsor here real quick. And here they come. I want to thank Focal Point for sponsoring this. If you ever have a question for a business coach, let me know. You can email me at phil@coachphil.ca, and because I'm a focal point business coach. It was kind of a plug for myself, but there's 200 others and growing around the globe. So if you have a question for a business coach about your business or leading your team, shoot me a note and I'll either answer the question myself, or if I don't have an answer to the question, feel I don't have the expertise, I can certainly introduce you to one of the couple of hundred around the globe. Also, if you're watching this live, thank you for being here. And if you're catching this on the replay, hey, help us out. Go #replay. Let us know where you're coming from and where you're watching it. And if you know of someone that has a story that you want to help them get their message out, introduce them to us at the Business Renovator and we'll put them on the air. Now, the book I was talking about is written by Ravi, and Ramy is right here. Can you really think and grow rich? And it's the keys to unlock an extraordinary life. He's an extraordinary individual in his own rights, and he talks about it. He shares quite openly in the book his experience, his life, and his challenges, but also some of the successes. So have a read. Hey, Stamford, Connecticut's in the house. Thank you for being here, Michelle. Appreciate that. We're just about wrapping up here because this is time to get the day going, not to keep you away from getting great things happening in your life. Share this out if you like what you're hearing, and pay attention because I'm going to get him on later this month to talk about his experience. But in the meantime, if you can't wait to hear from Ramy, certainly buy his book.
I get shit done, I have fun. It's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.